Welcome, dear students. How are you all? I hope you are okay. Today we are going to talk about lesson number 2, measuring temperature. What can we use to measure the temperature? Right, it's by using thermometer. So today we are memorize the thermometer, make observation how does the thermometer work, and construct the structure of medical thermometer and also Celsius thermometer and differentiate between them. So let's start. As we mentioned before, the definition of temperature, as we said, it's a degree of hotness or coldness. But what do you think the importance of measuring temperature? Why we have to measure temperature? Of course, we need to know body's temperature, weather temperature, and also some food processing requires certain temperature. So, body's temperature, weather temperature, food processing needs certain temperature. And what's the definition of thermometer? It's a device or it's a tool that is used to measure temperature. But what's the idea of making thermometer? The idea of making thermometer is to change the volume of liquid according to the temperature, which means inside thermometer, mercury. Mercury is metal. So contract by cooling, expand by heating. So the volume of liquid will change according to the temperature, which means liquids expand by heating, contract by cooling. Focus as you can. This is an important point. The idea of making thermometer is changing the volume of liquid by changing the temperature. Expand by heating, contract by cooling. And we have two types of thermometer, medical thermometer and Celsius thermometer. So let's start explain the parts of or the structure of medical. One, thick glass tube made of transparent glass. Two, capillary tube. It's a very thin tube, closed from one side, from here. Number three, constriction. Constriction, it's like C-shape inside the capillary tube above the mercury bulb, and the function of it to prevent the mercury from returning back quickly according I have to read the temperature. In order to read the temperature, I need to take accurate reading. So the constriction is a part that prevents mercury from returning back quickly. And here, the last part, which is the mercury bulb. It's filled with mercury for sure and connected to the capillary tube. So the capillary tube, thin tube, closed from one side because the other side connected to the capillary, connected to the mercury bulb. Here we have the scale of medical. The scale of medical thermometer starts from 35 to 42. What about the normal temperature of the human body? It's 37, exactly. So the scale of medical thermometer from 35 to 42 and each degree divided into 10 parts. So inside medical, 10 parts, which means that each part equal 1 over 10 degree. Did you got it? From 35 to 42, so divided into 10 parts, each part equal 1 over 10. But what are the steps before using thermometer? I have to sterilize the thermometer with ethyl alcohol. So sterilizing with ethyl alcohol. Okay, number 2, dry it with tissue paper. Put the thermometer under tongue or underarm for a few minutes and then get it out to read the temperature, to record the temperature. Then sterilize it again and put it in its place. But here is some tips that we have to do it before using it. I have to shake the thermometer very well before use to force mercury to return back to the bulb, to the mercury bulb. I need to take accurate reading. I have to shake the thermometer before using it to force mercury back to the bulb. And about the children, Medical thermometer must be kept out the reach of children. Why? Mercury is toxic. It's toxic substance. So sometimes they will break it, or uh, when we put it under tongue, they will use teeth to or firmly press on the thermometer, which means it will break. So in order to not be broken, we prefer to use the digital thermometer for children. So it's a modern device, display the body temperature digitally, used for children. This is medical or digital? It's digital. And here is number two of the thermometer, type number two, Celsius thermometer, which is a thermometer that is used to measure the temperature of liquid. So here is the difference between them. For the structure of Celsius thermometer, it contains bulb, also contain mercury, capillary tube, and also thick glass tube, but there is no constriction. Why, miss? There is no constriction because when we record the temperature of this uh, of any liquids, we already will look at the thermometer perpendicular. We will look at the same level of thermometer. So we will put the thermometer ventricle and record the temperature perpendicular. And for constriction, there is no constriction. Why? Because constriction prevents mercury from returning back quickly. Here is no constriction because we will record the temperature perpendicular from the same level of the reading, so no need to constriction in this type of thermometer. So the structure here, as you can see, thick glass bulb, thick glass tube, sorry, capillary tube, mercury bulb. There is no constriction. What about its scale? It's from 0 to 100. So it's divided into 100 parts, which means each part equal 1 degree. Great. The 0 Celsius, it's for melting point of ice and also freezing point of water. And 100, it's the boiling point of water. If we record the temperature for different liquids, for example, hot tea, it's 80 Celsius. Warm water, 40 Celsius. Cold drink, 5 degree only. So if we put Celsius thermometer in 3 different temperature of liquid, it will record the temperature of these liquids. How can we take the reading, or how can we record the reading? It must be vertical, and the direction of sight must be perpendicular. If I ask you, medical thermometer can't be used to measure temperature of boiling water. What is the temperature of boiling water? It's 100. So the medical thermometer will break. Here is the important part of the lesson. Mercury is preferred in making thermometer. Why? For many reasons. Number one, good conductor. Liquid metal doesn't stick to capillary tube, regular expand, which give accurate estimation, and also it remains liquid in wide range, which is minus 39, 357. So again, liquid metal, good conductor, doesn't stick to capillary tube, regular expand, wide range from minus 39 to 357. I hope you got the lesson. It's a very simple lesson. See you next session, inshallah.